Coming up on today's Disney Roundup, a live stage entertainment show is set to return to Walt Disney World this summer. Disney announces changes will be made to Jungle Cruise, and Walt Disney World could be a potential spot to host some of the 2021 Olympics. I have all that and more for you coming up right here on the DRU.
To infinity and beyond! I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date with all the latest Disney and Disney Parks news each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. Starting off with parks news this week. So back in the summer of 2020, Disney announced that they will be re-theming Splash Mountain as part of their plan of more inclusion inside the Disney parks, and now they plan to do the same with Jungle Cruise, as they've announced changes will be coming to that attraction. In a post released on Disney Parks blog, they said that at Disney Parks, we continue to look for new ways to enhance classic attractions and elevate the experience for all of our guests. Today, we're excited to share that we are building on the story of Jungle Cruise at both Disneyland Park at Disneyland Resorts and Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World Resorts to include new adventures that stay true to the experience we know and love, more humor, wildlife, and skipper hearts, and also reflect the value of the diversity of the world around us. The new creative concept for the River's Journey will be original to Walt Disney Imagineering, just like the attraction itself. Imagineers are excited to invite current Jungle Cruise skippers at Disneyland Park and Magic Kingdom Park to a jungle navigation company roll call, where they'll be among the first to hear about the new adventures and wonders coming down the river. In a video previewing the new enhancements, Kevin Lively, former Jungle Cruise skipper, shares a transmission from the world's most remote tropical rivers. Disney says they plan to start undergoing changes to Jungle Cruise sometime this year, but do not specify when. Now, back in 2020, Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro announced inclusion as the fifth key of cast member training, and added that more inclusion would be coming to the parks. So I'm happy they're doing this, and I'm actually really excited to see some of the changes that they make here. I'm really surprised though that they're going about this and retheming it without including some sort of IP. It feels like it's been a while since we've been able to say that for a new or rethemed attraction. The way it looks to this retheme, it won't have any ties to the Jungle Cruise movie starring The Rock or Emily Blunt as well. Now, although Disney has announced that Splash Mountain will be rethemed after Princess and the Frog, I can't help but to think that since Jungle Cruise is now going under some changes, that it would have been a better fit for that IP, meaning you could take a riverboat cruise ride and turn that into a cruise around the bayou. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below though. On the other hand, I am glad to see Disney will be sticking to the original plot and concept of the attraction and just making changes where they need to be. I expect that Splash and Jungle, along with Pirates, aren't the only ones that will receive changes and enhancements done to them. We'll just have to wait and see what other rides or attractions they plan to make adjustments to next. Again, Disney says they plan to start undergoing the changes to Jungle Cruise sometime this year, but do not specify when. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned though, and I'll keep you up to date on all the latest on when changes will start to be made to Jungle Cruise. Now, with live stage entertainment not being offered since Disney World reopened last summer, Disney has officially announced now that one of its more popular shows will be returning this summer. Since reopening Walt Disney World theme parks last July, Disney World has adjusted their entertainment offerings, being with cavalcades, flotillas, and characters waving to guests from afar, and now they're turning our attention to bringing back even more. Disney is now starting the process of bringing back to work more singers, dancers, technicians, and other cast members from one of the most popular shows in Walt Disney World Resorts. Expected this summer, the Harambe Theater at Disney's Animal Kingdom will once again host Festival of the Lion King. When it returns, Festival of the Lion King will be presented in a modified format to be mindful of the current environment. There will be adjustments made to the show on stage and backstage, including updates to choreography to allow for appropriate physical distancing. Like other current available sit-down attractions and shows, it will be adjusted how the audience is seated in line with other theater-based experiences at Walt Disney World resorts. While Disney has said the show is expected to return sometime this summer, no official date has been announced. Make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned though, and I will let you know the official return date of Festival of the Lion King. As announced weeks ago, Disney's Blizzard Beach water park will be reopening on March 7th, and now tickets are being sold for the reopening. Currently, tickets are being priced at $69 for a one-day ticket without blockout dates and $64 a day that includes some dates blocked out. As they do with theme parks, Disney will also have Blizzard Beach under health and safety protocols, including temperature scanning upon entering, limiting capacity, and wearing face coverings. Now, in regards to wearing face coverings at the water parks, guests ages 2 and older are required to wear them, and Disney also states on the Walt Disney World website that face coverings will not be permitted while experiencing water slides or in the water. You may also remove your face covering while actively eating or drinking, but you should be stationary and maintain appropriate physical distancing. For the time being, a park pass reservation is not required to enter Blizzard Beach, and there's no update on when Disney plans to open up Typhoon Lagoon. Moving on to company news, with a current announced date to debut on Disney Plus in March, Disney has released the first official trailer for Raya and the Last Dragon. Long ago in the fantasy world of Kamundra, humans and dragons lived together in harmony, but when sinister monsters threatened the land, the dragons sacrificed themselves to save humanity. Now 500 years later, those same monsters have returned, and it's up to the lone warrior Raya to track down the Last Dragon in order to finally stop them for good. However, along her journey, she'll learn that it takes more than a dragon's magic to save the world. It's going to take trust as well. Walt Disney Animation Studios' Raya and the Last Dragon will debut simultaneously on Disney Plus through Premiere Access and select theaters March 5th, 2021. It's not confirmed yet what the Disney Plus Premiere Access price will be, but if it's the same price that Mulan was, it will be $29.99. Now moving on to outside the parks news, with the success that was the NBA bubble at Walt Disney World for the 2020 NBA Finals, the state of Florida could be a potential alternate landing spot for the 2021 Olympics. With the 2021 Olympic Games being pushed to be played at another location than Tokyo, the state of Florida's CFO Jimmy Petronis has wrote a letter to the Olympic Committee for them to consider the state of Florida as another option. In this letter, he mentions the state of Florida has successfully allowed sports to take place during the pandemic. When most states shut down their sporting events, the city of Jacksonville hosted the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC, and the National Basketball Association, NBA, set up the bubble to hold games in Orlando. He also mentions that our international tourist destinations like Disney parks have been open and operating safely in Florida for some time. In fact, Disney serves as an incredible model for how to run a complex organization in the midst of COVID-19. Now, while I do think some of the games could be played at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex, I don't think the NBA bubble will be replicated again, especially now with a lot of the resorts being used to make the NBA bubble happen are now back open and accepting guests, so Disney would have to find rooms that guests are okay to move in. And the NBA was also said back at the time to be paying over $1 million a day to make all of that happen. So at this point where we are now, and more people feeling comfortable with traveling to Disney World, I think the cost to make this happen would be astronomical. Make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned to my channel though, and I will keep you up to date on the potential of the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex being a spot to host some of the 2021 Olympic Games. Alright everyone, well that's all I have for you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. That's all I have for you for this week. Until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.